Yeah, lots of people showing up.
How was the parade yesterday?
It was great. Actually, talk about that in a second. Hello, Facebook. Yes, Connor's loaning me a teddy bear. I already had one. He was about the same size, actually, and I give it to one of the kids down there and said, can you make sure that gets in there for me? But teddy bear toss.
Lord knows you don't have an arm to get it out there.
Oh, wow. Hey, I've been working out at Crunch, man. You mess with me. All right, you watch out, fella. Just because you're younger doesn't mean you get to be lippier. We're here having fun, as Connor and I always do, on the concourse at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. Wow, we've got so much to talk about, and we just had something happen here that will add to the conversation.
Absolutely.
Before you walked up, Dave Edwards was standing here, grandfather to Beckham Edwards, and he came up to me and he said, hi, he said, sorry to bother you, David Burrows, right? I said, yeah, and he says, I just want to let you know I watch your podcast before the games and the intermissions, and I just love what you're doing. And I was like, wow.
That's so cool.
I did give kudos to you. I said, and thanks to my co-host, Connor, he knows way more about it. And he looks at me and he goes, really? Don't tell anybody. Don't tell Connor. But
it's an open secret.
Right. It's nice to know, though, that people are watching. And you hear Beckham Edwards' grandfather, Dave Edwards, who was, I was talking for a good 10 minutes before you came up. And here's a guy who's coached, I think it was St. Mary's in the OHL.
Yep.
I think he was talking like Western University.
A prominent coach.
Right. Male and female.
Yeah.
And we were just talking, too, about, how a coach talks to the players. Now, there's got to be open line communication. And he said that was really important to know. And he said, I want to understand before I'm understood. Philosophy that is.
That's it. And he also said just such a like he said, even from male to female, but even from player to player, even in a male's league, like some people want to be yelled at, it motivates them, it gets them going, and some people, as soon as they get yelled at, they get shut down. Kind of everything, all systems offline. Like I can relate to that. But
yeah, right. He should have coached you.
Yeah, no kidding.
But very cool. Thank you, Dave Edwards, for stopping by. I asked him. I said, "And how's Beckham?" There's a lot going on. He says, honestly, I don't talk to him too much about hockey. He said, unless he asks me, because he's got a lot on his mind. Is he
right?
He's got a lot of things going, and people ask him all the time about things. With my grandson and talk about golf. He said they talk about golf a lot, so I guess. And I thought, I said, pretty proud, Grandpa. And he says, oh, we all are. We really all are. So.
How nice is that?
Yeah, and he made a good point in there, too, of talking about, like, spending time with my grandson, not spending time with Beckham Edwards, the hockey player.
Right.
And I think that's a really important line.
Yeah, I was going to say it's curious to think that a former prominent coach wouldn't want to have a few pointers, but I totally understand that. Like, I talk about work all day. I go home. I don't want to talk about work with my dad that is in the same line of work. Like, I'm just sick of it. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about hockey. That's what I want to talk about. So, yeah, that makes a total sense, and it's good to know that they have a great relationship. And he's probably here every game, I would imagine.
Yeah, he was saying he gets to as many as he can, and really enjoyed. Thank you, Dave Edwards. When you watch this, he said, "Don't say anything," but of course we're gonna. It's Dave Edwards.
So much appreciated.
We would have been good to have him on the broadcast here sometime. If you ever want to do that, Dave, that's an open invitation. Connor, I'm gonna brag a little bit about us more. We've really been getting more traction with. To Jay Peckham, who's been a part of the journey, and I saw Lee Baisley, others. But back from the people, and we're really getting the young ones now coming up and showing us their phone.
Almost once a game.
Thank you, everybody, for there. Hello, TikTok, back to you. We tried to get to, I think we got to 40,000 likes.
Yeah, that was huge.
Friday.
When I stepped in at the end there, I saw that was that's a big number.
And so your mom's a big.
And you were only shooting for 20. Shooting for 60.
Okay, 60 it is. sure her thumbs must be really strong.
Oh yeah, big time.
Big bruises
big
there.
Texter.
There you go. Well, okay, let's talk about it. Friday was not anything near what we would have liked to have seen, obviously. Final 6-2. Things were pretty exciting in the beginning of that first period. You know, Lucas Fisher come out, set the tone, winning pretty good. And then Jack Van Volsen, right, with a follow-up goal in there. And they would end that with, oh my goodness, I've got to stop. Look at this. This is Terry Doyle.
Oh, wow. I'm stealing this on you. Right.
Yeah, go ahead. He's going to hate me. It's the backside of him.
Get my good side at least.
Right.
That's
I should have worn my Christmas tie, but I didn't. You know, so come out really well, and I think all of us, the players, were feeling really good. It was a great first period. It seemed like everything was in alignment.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Like, it sucks because if you're going to pick a good period to be good in, then that's probably the worst one to be good in because you've got two that follow that you need to keep up at the same pace. And as good as the first was, I think the downside of the second might have really outweighed it because it just kind of put you behind the 8 ball and not any shots at all on goal. Two shots on goal, I think, and it's deflating for sure. And going into the third, it showed that they weren't very energetic. They kind of knew where the direction was and left Patrick Quinlan to dry in a lot of goals, and he was just doing it all by himself.
Hey, we're here to be honest, right? And I think, you know, I was talking to some of the other fellas in the media room that are way more experienced at this than myself, and they were like, you're going up against a team like the Sioux, who is a good team. They've shown a lot of positive wins this year, and they go back to the locker room and they're just calm and they go, all right, we're going to have to go out there and fix that pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And they just did.
And they did it.
And honestly, you know, you and I talked before, it's like first period, textbook, amazing. What happens when the second period? I was one. Horrible second period. I got to say it. It just was a horrible second period. It was complete, like, who's out there right now? And
yeah.
I'm not saying that to be insultive or negative. It's just what it was out there. It's like, what changes? And I think, you know, with the changes, a new coach out there, so there's transitioning of that, and then I don't excuse it to that. I think there's a lot of different personalities and a lot of different philosophies between the 26 on the bench.
Yeah, big time. And we just talked to Mr. Edwards there, and he said how different it is to coach from player to player. Some people like to be yelled at, some people don't. So with Matthew Turcotte coming in, it's finding the fine line. And I saw the post-game preference. He said he wasn't expecting to come in and snap his fingers.
No,
and
just
have
being
everything.
honest.
That's just how it is. You can't. That just doesn't work. Because one guy on the team, it's not going to make all in the world. But to change the philosophy in the locker room and the systems that they have on the ice, it's going to take, he said, probably 10 games, but it'd be nice to squeak a couple wins in there because it's getting pretty dicey now. So
yeah, well, and let's talk about a few of the players on there that you mentioned on Friday, like that Matthew Turcotte has worked with before, Beckham Edwards being one of them, right?
Tyler Challenger, and Alessandro Diorio were all.
And I want to put maybe a hidden message in there, but you look at those three and their background, and Matthew Turcotte, I feel like there's some foreshadowing going on there.
I would love to see, because Tyler Challenger is a former 10th overall pick. He had all the skill in the world, and I think he still does. He just wasn't getting it done comfortably with his team, and sometimes it's all it takes to change the scenery. So you put three guys who are immensely offensively gifted like that on the same line, if that's what you're hinting at in foreshadowing, then I think a sick line to these guys who are just 8 shots. And they move the puck really well. Turcotte's had great success with his.
That's something that they've got to get back to. Previous seasons where until the last time on the road where the games a little bit. They're being polite.
Yeah, it went pretty cold, and actually, like, even on a couple good plays where pass to get it in the back of the net. And we scored on the first power play of the game. So I think a lot of positives to look at. You can't be entirely negative. So you've got a tough team coming up here today. So it's you're going to have to be on your A game or else you're going to get flounced.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. I'm just checking my notes while I'm listening to you here. But sorry, right? Here's a team coming off an 11. Not a common thing that happens in the OHL. We see 5 or 6, and occasionally the 7 or 8. But 11, this is a team that's already determined and in a good spot before they have this winning streak. But now they got the winning streak. They're definitely here to defend the title. Yeah,
it's the ball rolling, right? The snowball is this big now, and you're not even having to push it anymore. Momentum's carrying you through every game, and you just have the confidence of knowing that you can stack together 11 wins. These guys they're dangerous, and for lack of a better word, the Firebirds are firing on all cylinders.
Right. And, key word in there, Connor, dangerous, because while having an 11-game winning streak can be a positive, there can be a dangerous side to that as well, because that complacent thing sneaks in. It's like a little poison that gets in between the cracks there. So they have to be mindful of that, and I'm sure the coaching staff of the Flint, who's very experienced, has said, okay, momentum is good, the pulley thing I always talk about, but you still got to monitor it. You still got to make sure you're keeping your systems in check.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's probably in the back of their minds on a nice, decent Sunday afternoon coming into Sarnia, and they look at the standings and they see that we're at the bottom, and maybe they think that, hey, this would just be a cakewalk Sunday. We don't have to do a whole lot here. And maybe you get caught on a couple plays, and that's what we're hoping for.
Well, right, but
you can't rely on that, though. You have to be.
Could you imagine you're the 11-game winning streaker, if I say that 5 times fast, and you lose to a team like the Sarnia Sting, well, they're sitting. That's a long bus ride home.
It is. It's pretty deflating, and you got to answer your own questions to your coach, right?
Yeah.
Was it a lack of effort, or did you get a little too confident? So
yeah.
Hopefully that's where we're just banking on that.
Well, there's
They're
a lot
relaxing today.
Right, yeah. Well, there's a lot. We'll take whatever advantage we can, and that's really part of the key game is, I always don't wish it were easy or wish you were better. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something the Sting are recognizing out there is we've got to get better at a few things. We were able to regroup on the power play side of things. The penalty kill's working pretty good out there, too.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I think a lot of these guys are pretty defensively minded, so there's great clears. We don't really have to worry too much. It seems like we play better on the penalty kill sometimes, right. Where it's easier just to ice it down the ice and not worry about an icing. They're confident in that area, and I'm happy that one of our special teams is clicking, and hopefully the power play follows pretty soon.
Yeah, well, the energy in the room is going to be a big part of today as well, Connor, where the teddy bear toss, the annual, I don't remember the number, but it's a whole bunch. And I did see online earlier, and I can't remember. See, I didn't write anything down. I'm always telling Jennifer, if you don't want to forget anything, write it down. And here, I forgot to write it down.
Where's your notebook?
But I forgot to write it down because I forgot to write down to remember to write it down.
So you should have wrote a note to remember to write it down.
I don't even have a pen today. It's terrible. But the teddy bear toss brings a lot of energy to a room, an arena, if you will. And there's a lot of people here today. I see a lot of and honestly, I see a lot of the regulars, but I see a lot of people I don't normally see here. So this is like a signature event today. Yeah,
if you are not making regular games and during the regular season, this is the one that everybody wants to be at and go to, because how cool is it to see all the Bears get tossed on the ice and everyone's having a good time.
Yeah. Back to our predictions. I think I was torn between Pickle and Brown, and I think I went with Brown because I want to put the pressure on him. Come on, Brown. Because we talk. Here's another guy. He's been out there. Just still waiting for him to snap something.
Yeah, he's kind of snake bitten right now a little bit again. He
seems like
gets into a couple good games and has some great goals, and then you kind of wonder where he's been for a bit. So hoping for a big one out of him, that would be cool. But I think I'm going back to my original prediction with Tyler Challenger, the new guy.
Yeah, fair enough, right? Like you were just talking about him, how we've had he's had some opportunities. I'd like to see him out there a little bit more, and maybe we'll see it. I haven't even checked the starting lines yet, but I suspect if it's anything like what we saw on Friday, I don't know. Maybe would you change anything from Friday based on what you did see?
I don't know. I don't think you want to start juggling too much. I mean, this would be the time if you're going to figure out your combinations. I'd like to put all your, like I said, if you're going to foreshadow, go with Diorio, Edwards, and Challenger on the line. I think that's a pretty offensively minded. And if spreading the goals out isn't working over 3 lines, stack a line and see if they can get a 5-point night between all of them.
How
I
about
think
Jordan
awesome.
Backs?
I like Jordan Backs. He's a hard worker.
He was showing up there for a while.
Yeah, maybe not the most offensively gifted player, but just a hard worker. He's in every play. He finishes his checks in the corner. I like him. He's great.
Yeah. Patrick Quinlan, well, that was tough on Friday for him. I mean, I know there was a lot of hung out to dry stuff happening there, but there, like the first goal that I think the Sioux got, it seemed like he was really back in the net. I don't know what happened there, but it looked like he wasn't ready for it, I don't think.
Yeah, and I don't think we even talked about the head bump there. I didn't
see that.
Yeah, it looked like he took another bump in the head, and then they showed the replay, and he definitely. It was a bit of an embellishment. He threw it back, and we didn't even get a goalie interference call on it. So he was looking for one there and didn't get it. But
there you go. Well, we'll see what happens. We did. Did you see the post-game press conference with the new head coach, Matthew Turcotte? Nice guy. I mean, I welcomed him. I said, "Hi, I'm David Burrows. I do the production." Oh yes, and pleased to meet you. Very spoken.
Yeah.
He was waiting for it. He was direct. He was on. Snap the finger thing was not a part of the strategy.
No, I don't think anybody really expected until after the Christmas break to really get hoping for something sooner.
Well, of course, I'm sure he is too. But like I say, there's really only 3 on the team that he's had any experience with, and he's probably, I would imagine, relying on other players, maybe some staff. I'm sure there's been many conversations. Well, I know he's had many conversations even before 5 or 6 days ago. But he said he was also really pleased with the welcome that he's been given from specifically Dylan Sika, but all the staff and everybody here. That's a really important piece when a new member joins the team.
Yeah, that's your bench spots. That's your guy. He's answering questions. He's figuring out the lines. A lot of it comes back on him. A lot of it is on the players, but he's largely responsible for all the systems in the entire game. So he's the one taking it home at night and thinking about everything. So we wish the best of luck to him, and I'm super happy to have him.
Yeah, I think a great asset to the team. What's the number?
I'm going to go 4,200.
Okay. I'm going to go 41.25.
Price is right. All right.
I was just watching the old Bob Barker, like from way back in the 70s when I was a wee kid and my mother watched, and I'm like, oh my goodness, the hair. The hairdos,
it's beautiful,
and
head
the
of hair,
jackets, right? And the ties. Wow. I don't know how.
When are we bringing those back?
Bob looked like he was 19. It's crazy. It's funny what happened. And then my algorithm picks up. I'm watching Bob Barker. Yeah.
Stuck on old
Forget to have your
right.
pet spayed or neutered.
That's right.
All right. Well,
take him to the Humane Society.
Hopefully, good. See, there's a face I haven't seen in a long time. Great to see a bunch of people out here. Spayed or neutered? Well, that's hopefully not what happens here today.
We'd like to stay intact.
Yeah. But I'm sure the conversations have been had between Friday and today, and I expect that the Sting will come out really hard. They have to. This is, if you're going to do it against any team, this is the team you need to come out. 3 goals in the first period would be a great way to start.
It'd be awesome, and it's not your favorite, but maybe let's start a fight here and get it going.
Yeah, okay.
It's.
You think so?
I think a little bit of passion lacked from the last game on Friday. There's not many big hits. Nobody really just kind of floating around, waiting for something to happen. And even when Quinlan sold the hit a little bit, I didn't see anyone go in there and stick up for him or get in the scrum after the whistle. So I think a little more passion, a little more aggression,
All right.
a little more energy.
Come on, guys, show up and play hurt, right? Okay, sounds good. Well, that's going to be it for Connor and I here on Facebook, YouTube. Thank you so much, and we give a shout out to Hughes Intelligence, and of course, one of our new sponsors joining us, Joe's Discount Tire. Thanks for all of their support. And a shout out, I got to give a shout out to my wife and her friend Helen. They have Bestie Blends, these dips. I haven't seen my wife all weekend.
She's been busy.
I've been eating very unhealthily.
Subway,
well, I shouldn't say
McDonald's.
that. No, I actually went to Brownstones. I had a nice Cobb salad.
Oh,
there.
very nice,
So
very
it's
nice.
good there.
Well, that's healthy.
Yeah, it is. But she's been away all weekend working her new business, Bestie Blends, and it's like I'm usually the really busy one now. I'm looking around going, where'd she
Got nothing on the schedule,
where'd she go? But I'm going to see her tonight, so looking forward to that.
Will you be doing the Sarnia Christmas parade?
I will. Oh, yeah, I was in Corunna last night. I broadcast the Corunna Santa Claus Parade. They had 37 floats. I didn't realize how big that parade was. I guess I think Corunna is small, right? Mm-hmm. They had 37 floats out there, all lit up.
That's awesome.
Very community-oriented. Corunna's always been very community-oriented. My friends from Captain Kidd Days had a float in there as well.
They decorate that main street pretty nicely.
Yeah, and they like free hot dog and hot chocolate and all that for the kids downtown. Is packed. And then, hey, Jane, and then that's the first time I've done that. Celebration of Lights was on last night. You were there.
I was there. Yeah, very cool. Like a whole hour-long concert full of Christmas music.
Yeah.
I love Christmas music.
Me too. I do too.
I'm a huge fan. So.
What's your favorite Christmas one? Song?
Right now, it's got to be "Cold December Night" by Michael Bublé.
That's not a Christmas song.
It sure is. Go listen.
No, it's not.
Okay,
Santa
an old
Claus is
classic one.
coming to town. Okay. Silent Night.
Wonderful Christmas Time. Paul McCartney. Is that all right? You just want me to pick your favorite song.
That's it.
Okay, maybe I'll change my answer.
It's always been one of my favorite. Show.
How far back do I have to go? You're going to be mad if I say Home Alone?
I'm a Rudolph.
I'll have to watch that this year.
What's the name of the album?
Matt McNeil just told me the other. Arturio or something?
I don't know.
All right, well, you got.
And then, of course, Frosty the Snowman. All right, that'll be it for TikTok. I'm live on TikTok. Oh, Bodie. Or Henry. I'm confused. Watch will be live reacting here. TikTok.